Hello everybody, once again, welcome back, Grease Gaming with another video, and today I got a video submitted by Wandering Bread in the Tier 10 Kabarovsky, or as everybody calls it, the Kebab, or Shish Kebab, or let's just say Derp Russian Destroyer. Today we got it submitted by him. I told him to give this to me because I thought it was a pretty good damn video that we were having or enjoying ourselves in. I'm in my Tier 9 United States Destroyer, the Fletcher. Currently still working on that ship, and I'm going to be probably working on that for quite some time. I don't play very much on the Destroyer lines. I'm still a little rusty on the playing the Destroyers. I did derp my way up through the Benson during the time when you were able to still blind fire. Now I'm playing them without the blind fire technique, and now we're on this. But enough of that. Tier 10 Kebab. We'll just say Kebab. That's how I like calling it. Jesus Lord have mercy, this ship is so evil. No matter how many times they try to nerf this thing, it's still one of the most popular destroyers to get in the game. Very, very good guns. Fair torpedoes, even though they did nerf it quite a bit over the changes. And on top of that, very, very good speed. It's one of the fastest ships in the line. Now, it does not have dual-purpose main battery guns, but that doesn't mean anything. This ship still has a lot of good things. Now, you can see, I'm finally catching up to him now. But that's just the way this ship is. It's excessively fast, and it's able to get, as you can see, very quick. He's already almost at full speed within just a few seconds, and almost hitting 48, almost 50 knots with the speed flag, I'm sure. And we blasted up here trying to get the B cap, and we successfully did that. Now, I was pointing out that there was technically a destroyer still down south that could be quite a problem. Nah. See it right there, I pinged it right on the map. But it turns out that that was not necessary, so we decided to make our way towards the north and take care of these enemy ships. And he starts doing what a Kebab always does. Fires at max range and just spams fire high explosive. And you can just see the penetration starts going up. And comes the Tier 9 Ibuki. And again, spam fire, and well, he's slowing down, but he's also getting he's going to start feeling some definite pain. And now he switches to armor piercing. There's a fire, and somebody just hit the Ibuki with some nasty damage, and you can see even with 130mm guns, he's able to get himself good penetration values on that ship. Now, of course, now he decides to angle out. So, what does he do? Well, like any ship does. I spammed the high explosive instead of the armor piercing. And I decided to join the game. And here he is with another incapacitation on something. And now on spam firing with him as well. So now those two ships are now getting just destroyed by main battery fire. And now we're trying to get ourselves rid of that one ship. And unfortunately, Wandering beaches himself on one island here. It's okay, no problem. No problem, comrade. Just back up a little bit, and then spam fire forward and get back to full speed again to catch up. Now, there is smoke in there. What the hell's in there? Well, that'd be a Fletcher. That's the one ship that we're stopping right now from getting to capture in 1.2 seconds. And Wandering just keeps on firing on the Missouri and gets another fire on the ship. So that's his second fire in the match. And of course, what does he do? He starts firing on Missouri. He starts firing at Wandering over here. And now the Fletcher says, I don't like my odds. I'm getting the hell out of here. So he starts peeling away. Of course, now the Fletcher's now a problem because he's now took an R cap position. So we decided to take the cap and here and decide to change course once again. There we go. We took in a cap. Now, if you notice, the whole team has now moved itself away and all went north. All the battleships currently that are alive in our team, all the cruisers, everything else is now up in the north. Yeah, can you say a lemming train for sure? Yes, I can totally agree with that, Braz. That is definitely a lemming train. Now, during this whole time, this match, I took some damage. Me? Him? Nah, not so much. Oh, but were they trying to shoot me? No, they missed. Another reason why the kebab is so evilish and devilishly annoying. Now, I threw torpedoes out, and I threw them out pretty wide towards that island. Why? Because I assumed right off the bat that there might be a chance that I get hit. Now the Enterprise decided to pop up, and Wandering is so kind to fire some high explosive spam fire right onto that Enterprise. And there's the first penetrations. He did take out some anti-air on it. And now Wandering has taken a nasty hit from an enemy ship. But that doesn't mean he's going to give up. There's a fire. And there is the Missouri. He has returned and shown his face once again to get spam fired by Wandering once again. Of course, he does not appreciate this, but what do you expect? It's no problem. Just pops the heel and gets the hell out of there. Unfortunately, enter the planes. Luckily, though, I'm with him, and I have my dual-purpose AA, so I'm able to help him out a little bit with the defense of those fighters that were above our heads.
Problem solved, sir.
Now for another ship that's decided to enter the fray, a Tier 8 battleship. Unfortunately, Wandering doesn't like the looks of this and decides to first I bump into his butt, but tells me to smoke up. I smoked up and let the spam fire go. And now, of course, he uses damage control, and now we just continue to spam fire both us and him at this ship. And of course, once you turn broadside, armor piercing goes right into that top of that deck where you can get full penetration value. And very closely, he's going to die. Looks like. And there it is. 2,000 on those with those armor piercing rounds. And that is Wandering's second kill he got in this match. Now we decided to pull out. And there is the Missouri. He's decided to go all the way towards the end of the map, and he's basically sitting there all alone, not doing anything. So there's no point for me to actually go after him. Or either of us. So now we're going after the Tier 9 British battleship, the Lion. And we're just spam firing away. If I was going to use the Fletcher as a gun poke, it would not be this reason. This is definitely what you do not do in a Fletcher, but with the way our team is and the way I'm setting up with Wondering here, I have to use this ship very much as the gunboat with him. Best to work as a team than against the team.
Engine boost deactivated.
Now Wondering is trying to get some more shots in him, but he's also trying to get in to this island. There he goes. And now he's open fire. He's in open waters, able to get himself in a good position. And right off the bat, first salvo gives him a fire. Now, Lion Tier 9 does have the really, really good very good heal. But that doesn't mean that it's great. Unless you go and deal with that. That was a nasty hit. It came from the Lion. And here comes the planes a little bit towards the north, but it looks like they're falling back, which we were trying to find out where that dang it, that carrier went, but it looks like he went try to go after me, which was not a very good choice. Meanwhile, the Missouri on the bottom right has decided to move himself back up towards the fight. And now Wondering wants a little bit of smoke, possibly to hide himself. Well, I actually said that he wants smoke, and he asked, and said, "You shall receive." I pop my smoke, and now he's clearly has a massive room to maneuver in. I basically made a giant smoke ring for him. Now, I did decide to throw torpedoes because I assumed that maybe this guy might be a complete trash boat and go right out towards the island. But luckily, this Lion doesn't think that way, and he actually peters out. And I proceed to span fire on him as well.
Engine boost activated.
Now Wondering now, unfortunately, using the smoke I just used, now does not want it anymore, and now pulls out to go after this Lion. Meanwhile, up in the north, a destroyer has decided to go into one of our cap circles, so that is going to be a problem in a second. And we'll have to go and talk about that ship later. Now, the Lion is now getting fired on by Wondering and multiple ships, and he did use his prepare, so he does have to hide himself from pull back. But here comes the fire, and there's another fire that he got on him, and he's still trying to spam fire on him, trying to get some more damage on him as much as he can. If he's lucky, he might be able to get another fire on the ship. And salvo after salvo, he's getting 1,000 damage easily onto that ship. Almost 2,000 in certain aspects. Now, the rest of the match is starting to look a little iffy. The north, we could see that they took in the sea cap and we're all stuck in the middle. Towards the south here, there is still quite a bit of damage that can be done, and there's still a destroyer there, and there's still a carrier, and on top of that, the Lion. Now, Wondering did get himself a Whittler, so he's still got quite a bit of damage. He can still spam fire out. So he then unloads again on the Lion, gets himself behind the island, and here comes the planes, but they're going to go after the Mark. They fired out the Monarch. Now, meanwhile, I'm up towards the north because the possible destroyer up towards there. Unfortunately, I do not see where he went, so I'm running up there to help out the cruiser and try to find a position where he's going to be. But I still can't find him. So it's not looking so hot there. Wondering, still spam firing on that line. If he's lucky, he might get another fire. And there it is, another fire. And it looks like he does not have a damage control ready to go. He's losing health dramatically, and there it is. Arsonist, well done, Wondering. And now leaves him with the Enterprise, and the Monarch on our team is getting very much peppered and destroyed. It's not looking so good for that, but now the Enterprise looks like he's backing up. And Wondering is now going into the cap, trying to stop that Enterprise. Meanwhile, Cap in the spot with the Monarch trying to get 2 people to cap, which will increase that speed. And he's also drawing closer and closer to the Enterprise. There's a fire. And now a second fire. And I warned him, I said, Wondering, right side, you have a Fletcher petering in. He gets a fire on the Kebab, kills the Enterprise, and the last salvo, can he survive? Double strike on the Fletcher.
Problem solved, sir.
Let's cut to the end here in this match. Now, we personally, he doesn't do Wondering does anything worse this match. I go in here, I'm capping the point, and very soon we're going to get it in a few seconds here, and there is the capture. Sorry about that. So, Arsonist, Double Strike, Dreadnought, and Witherer. So, well done, Wondering with over 300 shots hit, 5 planes shot down, 4 kills, 13 fires, a defend, and 3 of the bases capped. That's how you use a Kebab, real fast and speedy. Now, of course, not on top of the leaderboards, but you know that's to be expected in certain aspects. And it sometimes happens with the Kebab. It's excessively fast, really good far range and derp. That's what you use for this ship. You use far range and you do massive damage to your enemies with just massive high explosive volleys, and just use its defense to zigzag around and not get hit. Of course, almost earning 500,000 credits. Thank you for submitting that in with me, Wondering, and thanks for coming in for that match with the Fletcher. Of course, it didn't do much, but you definitely showed who's boss. If you guys have your own videos, submit down below at the email link down below. You can also follow me on Twitter. There's a Twitter link down there as well in the description. You can go look at all the kinds of different things that we have, including other things I write. There's plenty of content also on the channel here. We at least post at least 4 or 5 videos a week. So if you want, hit the subscribe button. There's plenty of videos, and if you guys don't see a video of your own, please bring in your own. If you don't have a way to post it and you want to know how to submit your own, please let me know. I'll if you guys really are interested in something like that, I will be more than happy to video out how to make video replays and put in the information down below. But as always, hope to see you in the next video. If you've been here for this long, really appreciate that. Take care of yourselves and see you on the high seas. Farewell.